Peach, my nigga Yusuf. Fought long and hard against all these motherfuckers. The last to fail. Solemn, brother.
You have earned your rest, brother.
Yes,
Cousin Pache.
My favorite characters, not only within this trilogy, but definitely an outstanding character. It's an unfortunate demise for him.
Brothers, sisters, the whole city rises against us, while Yusuf's murderer waits and watches from the arsenal, laughing. Fight with me, and show him what it means to cross the assassins.
I know I saw him!
Don't worry!
I know I saw him! Get him on him! He'll run himself into a corner! I will get him! Which way did he go?
Cabinet decay, but the pieces are far beyond your grasp. You suppose the next Sultan is?
Where is she?
Such fury.
Where is she?
If you think you are in a position to negotiate, kill me and be done with it. I am sorry it had to come to this. Two men who should be friends, quarreling over the keys to a library. We both strive for the same end, Ezio. Only our methods differ. Do you not see that? Peace, stability, a world where men live without fear. People desire the truth, yes. But even when they have it, they refuse to look. How do we fight this kind of ignorance?
Liberty can be messy, Ahmed, but it is priceless.
Of course. And when things fall apart, and the lights of civilization dim, Ezio Auditore can stand above the darkness and say proudly, I stayed true to my creed.
Is that such a bad thing? What are you doing to really make a difference? You are literally holding an innocent woman hostage. You killed all these countless people. Killed my nigga Yusuf. Most solemn motherfucker out of Constantinople. Just for that? Nah, bro. You gotta split this nigga's neck open. Watch him drown in his blood.
And Sophia will be spared. My brother's army will be here soon, Ezio. After that, everything changes.
How long have you been here?
Long enough. I had Ahmed killed as soon as he returned. But I never expected to hear all this.
And what do you think?
He is a sincere man. But this Templar fantasy of his is dangerous. It flies in the face of reality. The world is a tapestry of many colors and patterns. A just leader would celebrate this, not seek to unravel it.
He fears the disorder that comes from difference.
That is why we make laws to live by. A qanun that applies to all in equal measure.
Shahzadem, stand back!
Hold, soldier! This man is not our enemy.
What a challenge it would be to have a son like you.
You are not dead yet, old friend. Ezio, spare my uncle if you can.
Would your father?
No.
Where is she?
I admire you, Ezio. But your bloodlust makes it hard to call you a friend.
Bloodlust. A strange insult from the man who ordered an attack on his own nephew.
He was to be kidnapped, Ezio, not killed.
I see. Kidnapped by the Byzantines, so that his uncle could rescue him and be heralded a hero.
More or less. Now, the keys.
First, the girl.
She's all yours.
Sophia!
Tell your men to back off. She's all yours.
You have no reason to fear us!
Dannazione!
teşekkürler efendim. Çok teşekkürler.
That's him! Kill him!
Are you hurt?
Not hurt, but very confused.
I did not mean to drag you into this. I'm sorry.
You're not responsible for the actions of other men.
All this will be over soon, but I need to recover what they have taken.
I do not understand what is happening. Ezio, who are these men?
Run! come to see me off.
Hang on, Sophia!
Look out! Ezio!
Are you hurt, Sophia?
I don't think so!
Hold on!
Obviously! Oh no!
Soldiers, up ahead!
I see them!
Sophia, you must be careful!
Oh, I know!
Steel yourself, Sophia! More soldiers! What are you doing?
Giving us some rest. Oh my! Please move!
with your children? Where did you learn to fight?
Ezio, look!
You have been a thorn in my side long enough.
Ah! Go, Ezio, I'm fine!
So what now, Ezio? How does this end?
I am wondering that myself.
Oh!
Soldiers! Selim is not your master! You serve the Sultan! You carry out his command alone! Where is he? Where is the Sultan?
He stands before you, brother. Father made his choice.
Selim! Stop! Please!
So, you are the assassin. Ezio Auditore. I am Selim, Suleiman's father. He speaks quite highly of you.
He is a remarkable boy with a magnificent mind.
Were it not for his endorsement, I would have you killed where you stand. Leave this place. Do not return.
You did the right thing, Ezio. This is not your fight.
But where does one end and the next begin?
Bill, good to see you. Listen, we've got a customs officer waiting to talk to everyone.
I hope you have something for us.
Absolutely. Passports and papers for everyone.
Ah, brilliant. So I'm what? A neurosurgeon now, am I?
You're a medical team from SUNY Upstate. Just back from Rome with your patient. Experimental gene therapy.
Good work. Let's get this over with.
Wait, look! This is crazy!
What's wrong?
I'm not sure, but Desmond's brain is lighting up like a string of firecrackers.
Here it comes. What is that? What's going on?
This is the end, Desmond. Scheduled for deletion.
What are you doing?
What is a man but the sum of his memories? We are the stories we live, the tales we tell ourselves.
Don't do this.
I'm saving you, idiot! Go! Go!
I write these lines with a steady hand and a light heart. We are in Acre now, Sophia and I, with the 5 Masyaf keys in our possession, and all the time in the world. Sophia is a seasoned traveler, and a fine companion to have so far from home. Tomorrow we will make our way to Masyaf, and once there, into Altair's library, to fulfill our father's forgotten dream. Forgive the shortness of this letter, dear sister, for it is late, and we are tired. Perhaps, with luck, the next words you hear from me will be in person. Con affetto, Ezio.
This way. Such a climb. È così bello qui. This is where your order began?
It began thousands of years ago, but here it was reborn.
By the man you mentioned, Altair?
Altair ibn La'ahad. He built us up, and set us free. He saw the folly of keeping a castle like this. It had become a symbol of arrogance, and a beacon for all our enemies.
And the mandate for menacing hoods? Was that his idea as well? You mentioned a creed before. What is it?
Nothing is true. Everything is permitted.
That is rather cynical.
It would be if it were doctrine, but it is merely an observation of the nature of reality. To say that nothing is true is to realize that the foundations of society are fragile, and that we must be the shepherds of our own civilization. To say that everything is permitted is to understand that we are the architects of our actions, and that we must live with their consequences, whether glorious or tragic.
Do you regret your decision to live as an assassin for so long?
I do not remember making that decision. This life, it chose me. For 3 decades, I have served the memory of my father and my brothers, and fought for those who have suffered the pain of injustice. I do not regret those years, but it is time to live for myself. The end of the road.
What do you hope to find behind that door?
Knowledge, above all else. Altair was a profound man and a prolific writer. He built this place as a repository for all his wisdom. He saw many things in his life, and learned many secrets, both troubling and strange. Knowledge that would drive lesser men to despair.
Does that worry you?
Sophia, you should know by now that I am not a lesser man.
Ezio. Those diagrams look like constellations, Ezio. Capricorn, the Eagle, the Sagittarius. Perhaps the keys belong to one of them. You have 5 keys, so they must fit a constellation with only 5 stars, no? The name Altair, that means eagle in the tongue of the Masyaf assassins. And the eagle constellation's brightest star is also named Altair. Its presence on this door cannot be a coincidence.
Thank you, Sophia.
You had better come out of there alive.
I plan to. No books. No wisdom. Just you, fratello mio. Requiescat in pace, Altair. You have seen to my books?
Yes. Some we sent with the Polos. The rest will go with me to Alexandria.
Good. Very good.
Father, I do not understand. Why did you build a library if you did not intend to keep your books?
You should go. When the Mongols return, Masyaf must be empty.
I see. This is not a library at all. It is a vault.
It must stay hidden, Darim. Far from eager hands. At least until it has passed on the secret it contains.
What secret?
Go, son. Go be with your family. And live well.
All that is good in me began with you, Father.
In much wisdom is much grief, and he that increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow.
What does it tell you? What do you see?
Strange visions and messages of ones who came before, of their rise and their fall.
But what happens to us, Altair? To our family? What does the apple say?
Who were the ones who came before? What brought them here? How long ago?
Get rid of that thing!
This is my duty, Maria. If you are asked, say I sent the apple away. Tell them I sent it to Cyprus or Cipango, or that I dropped it into the sea. Tell them anything to keep men away from this place. This apple must not be found. Not until the time is right.
Yes, Caribacha. And I stood in this library. Literally no books, no food, no water. His old, sickly, under the veil eyes.
Another artifact. No. You will stay here. I have seen enough for one life. Desmond?
He's talking to me?
I heard your name once before, Desmond. A long time ago. And now it lingers in my mind, like an image from an old dream. I do not know where you are, or by what means you can hear me. But I know you are listening. I have lived my life as best I could, not knowing its purpose, but drawn forward like a moth to a distant moon. And here at last, I discover a strange truth. That I am only a conduit for a message that eludes my understanding. Who are we, who have been so blessed, to share our stories like this? Speak across centuries. Maybe you will answer all the questions I have asked. Maybe you will be the one to make all this suffering worth something in the end. Now, listen.
Here's how this motherfucker really detailed speaking to his great-great-great-grandson. Years upon years in the future.
Can you see me?
Who the fuck is this old man?
There you are. Good.
traverse this nexus of time, I am not used to the calculations. That has always been Minerva's domain. I see you still have many questions. Who were we? What became of us? What do we desire of you? You will have your answers. Only listen, and I will tell you how. Both before the end and after, we sought to save the world. We built vaults within which to work, each dedicated to a different method of salvation. They were placed underground to avoid the war which raged above, and also as a precaution should we fail in our efforts. Each vault's knowledge was transmitted to a single place. It was our duty, mine, Minerva's, and Juno's, to sort and sample all that was collected. We chose those solutions which held the most promise, and devoted ourselves to testing their merits. 6 we tried in succession, each more encouraging than the last, but none worked. And then the world ended. The earth shook for days, the fires burned for weeks, and when the ash had settled, less than 10,000 of your kind still lived, and far fewer of ours. But we carried on, together, to rebuild, to renew. Listen, you must go there, to the place where we labored and lost. Take my words. Pass them from your head into your hands. That is how you will open the way. But be warned, much still remains in flux, and I do not know how things will end, either in my time or yours.
Wait, look, his vitals are stabilizing. Something's happening. He's moving.
Desmond, can you...
That's how the story all came to be. I did not mean to pop out for a second. Recording's all good. Looks so like older, distinct, matching a mix older. This graphics time Ezio.
I know what we need to do.
So it all comes together. Unfortunately, but also mixed bag. Fortunately, I've actually obviously played Assassin's Creed 3 already, so I already know how all this shit ends and how it comes together. For a lot of y'all, that might be mixed disappointed not to go for that journey again, but I've already recently played it, made my opinions on it way before the case of actually playing the games that would set up everything. Gold Trophy Revelations. This is a marvelous, bussin' thing. Obviously, I don't think it stands to the same sense of like peak grade A stories and even sentiment of like game in some different aspects as much of Assassin's Creed Brotherhood or 2. Assassin's Creed Revelations to me is a definition of being, yes, a side story involving Ezio, but does have a great tick of interesting stuff, a beautiful city, cool characters, a cool story from a journey of being a person that has lived a long life, has journeyed on, done a bunch of amazing things, but now has a need to settle down. I'm taking Assassin's Creed Embers. It's supposed to go ahead and not only set the fires for not only Ezio's probably going to be very emotional end, but also additional take of different, not only like maybe history and grand scope course. In that movie, that is most likely going to be the spark for what they possibly, because I know that from like Assassin's Creed Revelations to Assassin's Creed 3, there's a great difference of not only like creative mind and writing, but the core purpose in mind for why things come in the way that it does was very strongly, suggested and painted with the idea of, yes, carrying Ezio's legacy in a very unique way that will lead obviously to America and obviously to the American Revolution, involving the case of, the Kenway legacy that comes from this man, Desmond's mom's side, with like, for instance, in Truth at the start, Edward Kenway, then Haytham Kenway, the Templar assassin, to Connor Kenway, que Rauta de Gato, right? But I know that in that movie, there's the counting of like starting the journey for another assassin, a female assassin named Shou Jun, who was referenced in Assassin's Creed 3 with the rope dart. And I know that in that movie, even though it's not like a full-fledged movie, it's like a short movie, right? Because you can even watch the movie like on YouTube or whatever. And it seems like it's a splendid concept, it's a cool idea, right? And from the case of that film, sparks not only obviously the grand scope, profound end of Ezio, but also lays the means of the new journey that would come with Shorty Shou Jun or whoever. And that's truly who's supposed to actually be the true giver of the torch and as well carry on the legacy. Peak music, peak soundtrack, love every aspect of it. Ezio is still charming, dope, terrifically, not only, written different crossroads. The villain, even though, yes, is the kind of one-note simple level of villainy, there is an interesting concept of the stance for why, the Templars full-heartedly agree with power must provide the way for absolute control and absolute peace. Without power, without the sacrifice of maybe humanity, there is no way to make the actual construction of goodness. But it's always every so shown from the assassin's perspective, humanity in different tides of history and occasions, and truth, making laws and structures one thing to really reign the freedom of all. But even in making a harsh structure, making a stern, pressing for the case of different societies to come together and actually coexist with peace, still needs to align with the values, views, and principles that are always in passage with humanity and people. Love, kindness, sympathy, all these different flavorful things about not only good standards, solemnity, and integrity do hold a creation of something of this interesting form. And it does construct something of unique taste. I think, again, the story at core is fine. There's a little bit of like kind of like filler, whatever case of like pacing with it, but it's all been fun. RIP to Yusuf, all of it's cool. Sophia, even though I think there's a great deal of chemistry and great likability for her as a love interest, I do fuck with her. She obviously doesn't strike to me a greater tick of as much big peak personality or really big interest, the same as the other love interests with Ezio or greater stuff to be given. She's simple and nice, and I do like her for Ezio, and I don't care too much because she's not annoying not insignificant, she's not irrelevant. She does help Ezio. She does bring a different edge and maybe like intrigue and interestingness to him and as well her, right? So I fuck with it regardless. Again, the story at its core principle is cool. I like how it comes together. I like every pause thing within it. I think it does not have like, you know what I'm saying, again, the same level of standout peak that would make Assassin's Creed Brotherhood or obviously Assassin's Creed 2 be as great as it is, in my opinion. But I still do argue that there is a great deal of busts and wonders. Obviously, I already played Assassin's Creed 3. So going from this, we're obviously going to watch Assassin's Creed Embers, where officially would be the full case in and deceased Ezio, from what I heard, and then set up the stage in the greater sparking of, you know, a journey, and as well laying a whole different means of path for another assassin, a female assassin, that I do feel like, even without knowing that much about her yet, does deserve her own credit of getting the argument for her own individual, actual AAA title and journey to really be full reveled in, right? Fully be recognized as not only going to, in this sense, not age in China to, you know, the most hardcore extent, but a great revolutionary, reform, big, you know, vibrant point of China would be interesting. And again, this being where this man Ezio dies and setting the sparks in play for Ezio and fully passing up the torch to Shojun of the Chinese Assassins Brotherhood, right? With what I heard, for different accounting, the different little lore bits was destroyed, right? You know, I'm very intrigued about that. I can't wait to greater see about that. I'm hoping that it's good. But yeah, that's all I have to say. I hope you guys have enjoyed this playthrough. Pretty simple, pretty fast, to be honest. It's not the most longest game. It's not as mixed, like greater detailed, strikingly big, long as like Assassin's Creed 2 or Brotherhood, where obviously there's a lot more greater, I feel like, accompanying of so much interesting stuff and tides and dilemmas and tales. There's some very high tier gas in all of that obviously I don't think this can really do the most due diligence on. Not necessarily that it's deprived or dissolved or, you know, entirely degraded from anything of interesting flagrant, you know what I'm saying? Tides of like, you know, I guess conflict or interesting shit that is like at core interesting, but it didn't really strike a brother's mind or really touch a nigga's heart the same way Assassin's Creed 2 or Brotherhood did, and definitely the same impact. Don't get it twisted, it's still busting slash good. And if I had to give a rating to this game, I probably would all around stand by the means of giving it a good 8.5 to dang near 9 out of 10, because this ending is pretty fucking good. It's pretty fucking good. But I just don't think it's on the same tier as, like, you know, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. I would even still argue Assassin's Creed 3 is better, or even Assassin's Creed 2 is not even on the same axis as in any case in the way, right? It's still very much a busting, slap, solid, every essence of matter, you know, being a fantastic, full-fledged to me in every department, a who all-around creative game and different things. So, yeah, fuck with it regardless in this game sense. Yeah, I can't wait to see what more Assassin's Creed shit I get into, as I pretty much played almost all the games at this point in the most weird, wonky order, even if, to be fair, you know, the games have very much big diverted from a lot of the core greater means of the series, not only construction of timeline, chronologicalness, or intrigue, and obviously I'm not playing in chronological order, main storyboard order, and to be honest, I don't really think there's really a point, but this being the considerable, you know, strong end for Ezio, I'm happy with it regardless. So, yeah, I love y'all. I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Peace out, man. Love y'all.